we're at a moment where there's a dual revolution happening. The way I see it, obviously you're aware of the fact that the revolution in the way we get our media is happening. You know, the change in the amount of videos, I guess it was something like 191 million Americans watched videos on their smartphones last month. You know, phenomenal shift just over the last 2 years. So we're watching it in different places. We're watching it on over the top. We're watching it on tablets. So the way that we are watching it, the means that we are watching it is one revolution. But there's another revolution that's happening. And it's the revolution in the way that we are engaging with the content that we're having. For me, the moment is especially acute when it comes to news, right? The days of the grand pundits sitting up there on Mount Olympus telling us, and that's the way it is, are past. People don't want to be talked at anymore. They want to be talked with. They want to be part of the conversation. They want to have a seat at the table. And I think that this shift from presentation to participation is the key. The phrase we use is skin in the game. Do you have skin in the game? It's how we want to redefine an expert. I mean, if you say, listen, I want to come on and I want to talk about Obamacare. Well, tell us what you think. I don't like it. Why? I don't know. I don't like it. Any reason? Yeah. Well, that's not going to add anything to the conversation. But if you say, listen, I'm a single mom, and I have a child who has a pre-existing condition, and before I couldn't get coverage, and now I can, and here's how it's changed my life, to me, you're an expert, right? So to me, it's redefining an expert. This is kind of how we look at it. These are the standard experts there. Notice anything? Yes, they're all middle-aged white men. That tends to be who we see on cable network, right? They're either out of politics or coming from the halls of academia, and that's fine. There's room for that, absolutely. But there's a lot more that you can add if you have what we call skin in the game. And there's this big discussion about the impact that mobile is having. And I think the general consensus right now is that there is a race to the micro, right? It's getting shorter and shorter because people are looking at stuff on their phones. And so we can only do something that's 6 seconds long, 15 seconds long, and certainly not more than a minute and a half, right? Now that may be true for the moment, but I actually don't think that that's true. I just got back from Japan, and they've now wired all the subways. And people now have a 30, 45-minute commute, and they're watching longer form programming on their phones and on their tablets. So I don't think that this rush to the micro is going to be the last word, because for me, 15 seconds is not enough.